Welcome back to the program, everybody. Welcome back to another show. Welcome back to another episode. Good morning or good afternoon to all of my viewers, listeners, and Soul Tribe family. The name of this program is called It's a Conspiracy, But It Ain't No Theory. It's a Conspiracy, But It Ain't No Theory is a nonprofit social service agency, suicide prevention campaign servicing the needs of families and foster children at risk, lending my voice to help raise awareness by soft publishing a book trilogy called Lucy's Lair. Lucy's Lair is a graphic novel based on true events following my life as a freelance artist. This program is intended to help encourage, heal, and empower survivors of cancel culture and rape culture, providing free information and evidence regarding child abuse, sexual assault, domestic violence, electronic harassment, gang stalking, conspiracy, and true organized crimes against humanity. Your company can help by providing funds and a grant or by donating goods and services as I continue delivering this information and evidence to the public and advocating for foster children in need. Thank you in advance for all of your support. On today's episode, I'm going to be discussing gang stalking, hypersimulation theory, covert psychological operations, plus surviving the New World disorder per usual, surviving manufactured chaos, surviving manufactured karma, spelled with a C, surviving white genocide, and surviving the electronic targeting Holocaust. My name is Adrienne Alese. I am the author and creator of a book trilogy called Lucy's Lair, Part 1, 2, and now 3. Lucy's Lair is a book trilogy reflecting my life as a survivor of rape culture, child sex trafficking, and psychological gas chambers. On this program, I advocate for women's rights, basic human rights, and the rights of those disabled. I also advocate on behalf of the foster children in the CPS systems, orphans, single mothers, foster mothers, and those less fortunate. Targeted individuals or trafficked victims are predominantly women. 65 to 70% of targeted individuals are white American women or those who identify as such. This makes gang stalking an illegal operation or hate crime that is sexually and politically motivated towards American women and their children. This program is a dedication to the targeted individual community. The objective of the opposition or the counterintelligence program, COINTELPRO 2.0, is to subvert all of the target's potentiality, to terminate and to punish all supporters and sympathizers, to round down the target's output and audience, to marginalize the target, and to eliminate connections and networking ability. And so, in any case, the idea is to harass these targeted individuals and to coerce them into committing suicide. The objective of the opposition or the counterintelligence program, COINTELPRO 2.0, is to subvert all of the target's potentiality. In short, to terminate and to punish all supporters and sympathizers, to round down the target's output and audience, to marginalize the target, to eliminate connections and networking ability. So anyways, I seen Jerron's Facebook and I seen that he was on Hurley's website. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I didn't go that far back before on his account. So anyways, we got 8:48 on the clock this morning. Here goes the water. Saturday the 7th, Saturday, June 7th, Jerron's grandfather passed away. Rest in peace to his grandfather. And then, what was it, this past week, I believe it was, or just a week before last. So, I'm not sure exactly or precisely what day it was, but I want to say it was the last week of May. Right after Memorial's Day, Jerron's grandfather passed away and went on to be with the Lord, so God rest his soul. And then, as if that wasn't bad enough, Jerron got fired from Boeing, as did Brian. So, I'm really sorry to the both of them for that. And as if that wasn't enough, Jerron got into a car accident. So, needless to say, all of this happened, and that's not even the full scope of it all, within less than a week. And needless to say, the enemy is mad, and it is just attacking our family. It doesn't want us even having a bed to lay in, to sleep in. You guys already know. It doesn't want us to have a meal to eat. You already know this is what it means to be a true targeted individual, harassed by the FBI every moment of every day. So in any case, I expose hate crimes on this channel. I recently celebrated my 200th video for this channel. Then I went on to my BitChute, and I seen that I have over 1,000 views on BitChute, and that is an average. So that's also why they will kick you out of your accounts, so that way, they can try to marginalize those numbers, intercept to marginalize those numbers. So like I've always said, I am not actually insane. I am being harassed by the FBI every moment of every day, and that includes while we are also sleeping, or if we happen to go to the hospital for treatment or something like that. If we're in jail for committing some sort of a crime, even though it's a conspiracy, even though it's entrapment, these psyops will then take place and occur on the inside. You guys, please forgive me. I am tired. So it has been a long week, needless to say, and these demonic harassing spirits like to latch and attach themselves onto trauma. So this enhances the trauma. This is another reason why it's called trauma-based mind control. Today's show really isn't supposed to be that long. I'm just trying to catch everybody up because I have things to do this week, appointments to go to and what have you. I'll be busy recording these devils live in action and their live action role play undercover, and I will be back on the program to expose this some more. But so in any case, I expose hate crimes here on this channel. I have been doing this for quite some time. I have realized that the reason why I am so tired, part of the reason why I sound so tired, is not just because I'm epileptic and because I'm being oppressed by the FBI, systemically harassed each and every day, and traumatized, re-traumatized, and tortured each and every day. So it's not just because of that, but it's also because I've been doing this for some time now. So in any case, over 1,000 views on average on the BitChute channel. If you guys want to, you're more than welcome to go ahead and check that out. When I started to hit those bigger numbers, they kicked me out of my account. They kicked me off of BitChute. They were asking me to pay them some money. So if they ever get to the point where they're asking you to pay for like some sort of an app or anything like that, just know that that's the botnet. This is a cyber criminal syndicate. So in any case, and I've already provided tons of evidence of how my phone is hacked and compromised. Everybody already knows that. Each and every device is. However, I just was fortunate enough to have been tipped off. The device actually prompted me, and as I was prompted, I followed that prompt up with phone calls to the phone company. This is an ongoing war. This is 5G warfare, 5th generation warfare. This is an electronic targeting holocaust. So if I run out of breath, just know I've talked about this so many times, and I've cried so many tears, and I've written so many words protesting this evil that I've actually surpassed the point of really caring to sound like CNN, really caring to sound perfect in my approach, and just way past that threshold. Okay, I am a terrorist attack survivor. I'm an electronic Holocaust survivor. This is ongoing. This never ends for us true targeted individuals. So in any case, I'll try not to get too far off topic or get too emotional with today's program. I'll try to keep it pretty short. So like I was saying, I expose hate crimes on this program. So anyways, I do have some good news. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but I do happen to have some good news. I managed to quit smoking cigarettes, and this was about 3 months ago, actually. 2 or 3 months ago, I believe. And so if you are one of those people who have been keeping me in your prayers, just continue to do so, because it is working for me. I did have to try to get myself some help, and I used Chantix a few different times, or probably even more than a few different times. And so it wasn't, I wasn't able to do it alone. I had to go to the doctor and get some help. So if that happens to be you, if you're in a similar situation, I recommend maybe trying Chantix, because that's what I used, and that helped me. It's been like 2 or 3 months, and I haven't smoked a single cigarette, which is really good, because I was smoking cigarettes every day for like 2 years. So that's wonderful news. Great to hear. It is not like I'm not trying. It's just really difficult considering everything that is going on. There are many stress factors. And so when I had this hip injury last October, I was in the ER because of an injury I sustained during the PSYOP. And I remember the ER doctor asked me, why do I smoke? And he made it a point to ask me this. And he said he likes to ask all of his patients, why do they smoke? Or why they smoke. And I told him because of the stress. Because when I was a younger adult and even teenage child, I remember thinking how disgusting smoking is and making my mind up then that I would never do it. So obviously something changed, and something changed inside of me. So, is the doctor really ever ready to tackle that underlying issue? What causes that stress? Because I know the answer that he was looking for was not the answer that he got. Ooh, I love to haggle these doctors. Love to, got to, love to, got to. And so one of the things I forgot to mention, because I'm trying not to let my bitterness get the best of me. One of these butterface hoes that was trolling last Tuesday, which I suspect to be one of these gang stalkers or somebody else. She had the nerve to post a photo, which I don't even think is her, and then she deleted it. But she tried to say, I couldn't do it like her on my best day. And it's the other way around. Y'all couldn't do it like me. And then it's over here trying to act like it's over here trying to act like it can do me. Bitch, where can you do me? Where is your OnlyFans? Where is your YouTube channel? Where's your magic? Where's your Instagram, bruh? These fake ass trolls. Where are you doing it like me? You ain't doing it like me anywhere. You can't do it like me. Why are you lying? Lying because it's jealous. It's just mad. Straight up insane. Loco en la cabeza. And so anyways, these gang stalkers are saying they're insecure with all of their street theater, with all of their psyops, all of this wannabe magic, this lesser magic. All that they are saying is that they are insecure. The reason why they're doing what they are doing is because they are insecure. Say you are insecure without saying you're insecure. Sign yourself up to be a gang stalker. So needless to say, I've already said it so many times, you hosts could never do what I'm doing, okay? Get on with it. And it wants to sit over here and argue grammar. Ain't nobody got time for that. Heifer. Let me tell you something. I'm the author of 3 books. Go sit down and read one, dumbass. Wow, COVID-19, 4.7 trillion. Watch out. Ew.